Hello, my name is Carole. Welcome to my sewing room. This is hashtag Friday Sews, and if you love sewing and teensy bit of quilting, you're in the right place. So I have just a couple of things to show you this week, but I have got a really quick refashion that I did. So stay tuned. In case you've been living somewhere else for the last few years, hashtag Friday Sews is all about us sewists on YouTube updating you on what we've been doing during the week, and a little bit, obviously lots of chat, but a little bit about life at the end. Now, if you watched my hashtag Friday Sews last week, you know that I was going off to Disneyland Paris to celebrate my husband's 60th. So I had an amazing time, but I'll come back to that at the end. But what happens when you spend your time with millions of other people, queuing with millions of other people in a very tight space? You end up with germs. So my voice is a little bit different at the moment. It's just been a cold. It's just going to be an annoying cold. And I'm at the end of it now, so it's fine. But it did affect my mood this week when I came back, because you know what it's like when you're all stuffy and your head's all fuzzy. I have to say I was a bit... So what I did in the sewing room, I just pottered. I did little things and just pottered around, and then did a really quick refashion. Now, so honestly, it's the quickest refashion ever, but I'm really pleased with it. So what it was, a couple of weeks ago, I spotted a dress in a charity shop for £5, and it was a Marks and Spencer's, an M&S dress, and I loved this fabric. It was a viscose jersey. It was really floppy. It was about 4 sizes bigger than my dress, so that was brilliant. So picked it up, and my intention was to make a t-shirt from it. So if I show you the picture of me wearing it, when I put it on, I realised that this was obviously a really skin tight dress for its size, because it wasn't bad at all. And I just thought it was funny because I think I'll show you the picture. I just thought, right, okay, I'll make it into a top, and I sort of scrunched it up, and I thought, yeah. And I thought, no, I really like this collar. It's got like a tiny little bit of a turtleneck collar, and I really liked the cuff bands. See, my intention was to chop it into a t-shirt, but I really liked the sleeves, and I liked this knitted cuff. I'm a sucker for a knitted cuff band, aren't I? So I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to make it into a long sleeve top. So that is exactly what I did. And this is the kind of win that I needed this week. So the dress was quite flared out, so I just took in the angles, chopped it off, then chopped it some more, then chopped it some more, because every time I wasn't doing it enough. So that was quite funny, like 1 inch and 2 inches. And then I put what I wanted to put on the bottom, which was a knitted band. Me and knitted bands, honestly. So I put a knitted waistband on it. I like that. And I read somewhere the other day that having a knitted band around your waist where it cinches in is really quite flattering. So that is my successful top. And because it's really lightweight, it's a lovely spring sort of thing. It's not a jumper, but it's kind of a long sleeve spring item. So that was literally chopped it off, knit band on. Yeah, it's not, I can't really say I did hard work on that one, but it was quite a win. The other things I did this week was, one of them was following, as you know, I watch Rachel from the French Seams. So many times that she's shown something and I've copied it the week after. This happened again. She showed these, she's got 2 little boys, and I've got 2 grandsons that are the same age as her boys. So she'd made some holders to hold playing cards. Now I have the same problem playing cards with my grandsons, as they can't fan out the cards. So she showed those, and I know I'd seen them, like her, I'd seen them years ago as well, and kind of stored the memory and then forgot about it. But I decided to make a couple. Now she went on to the Made for Mermaids, was it a playing card holder, Made for Mermaids pattern. You'll see from this that I didn't end up using it, because what I did, you just put CDs in the middle, but what I did, of course, when I printed this, I didn't print actual size. So the sizing, before I even cut out the fabric, I knew it was going to be wrong. So in the end, for the I just did for the interfacing, so you've got an interfacing piece and just a main fabric piece. I just drew around one of the CDs and that was just a biscuit tin. And I got what I wanted because it is really, really simple. You just need a circle of interfacing and a larger than the CD circle. You just gather around the outside, bring it in, ×2, put a button in, 2 buttons in the middle, sew them together, and you have the card holder, plain card holder. Now, so of course I made 2 for the grandsons. One of them, Harry Potter, and the other one, Lightning McQueen. So nice big red button for that one and a more subdued black one for the older boy. So these are really, really good. I really like them. Let me just get a couple of cards and I'll demonstrate. So I play a lot of Uno with my 2 grandsons. So it's really cool, isn't it? So you can fan them out, you just slot them in. Got a really bad hand actually. And then you can just play like that. Really good. And I thought this isn't only good for children, it's good for anybody if you've got elderly parents, etc. I might make some for mine because when their hands get all stiff and arthritic, it's a really cool idea. Obviously it wouldn't be Harry Potter, but I really, really like these. I'm almost tempted to make some for myself. So that was, thank you very much, Rachel. I love taking your ideas and running with them. So that was another thing I made. That was fun. I really enjoyed doing that. I did show a couple of weeks ago a hot pad project that was like a quilting project that I wanted to finish off, and I haven't finished it off. Just another little easy thing to do. And this time I had to finish the binding, and I hand sewed the binding, as a lot of you said you do. And oh my word, doesn't it make a nicer finish? I really enjoyed just slip stitching all the way around that. That's it, I'm sold. I'm doing that from now on, because you can also tweak it as well as you go around, which is really cool. But no, I'm just really happy. So that is a gift for somebody. Another little thing I did was I had already cut out a kitchen towel on a holder. It was all cut out, really, just needed to sew together, and it must have taken me 10 minutes. So that will be going down with me to the holiday home. All I had to do was sew this bit and then do a buttonhole, put the button on. Obviously that goes through a rail or over a handle or something. And I got a little hand kitchen towel bit. So that was another thing. And the last thing I did was we went to Disney, and do you remember I did that Disney Mickey head sort of applique on a jumper? That's come off the jumper now. I've unstitched it. I have sewn it onto a tote bag. So this is just a jute tote bag you get very cheaply. You got from Hobbycraft. And I sewed one on that side and then one on the other side. That was the first one I ever did. So I've got myself a little Disney tote bag, and that jumper is now in the washing to hope that I don't still have the Mickey shape from where I sewed it on. So those were the little bits I worked on this week. Now, talking about the hot pad project I did, the quilting, which came from a subscription box. I got my next instalment of my subscription box. This is my sewing box in Dorm Sit that I buy this from. I opened it up. This is the 10th one I've had, and none of them have disappointed. Look at this. I absolutely love the pattern, but I'll come back to that in a minute. Look at these colours. Aren't they gorgeous? Deep purples. There's a peach, and you've got this lovely tone here. Really, really like them. What you've also got is a roll of Gutterman thread, and we had this, some pom-poms, pom-pom trim. Now the project is to make this fantastic cushion. Doesn't this look cool? It's an Arrowheads patchwork cushion cover, and you've got the pom-pom trim around the outside. Now I absolutely love this, but I would say that the colours, although I absolutely love the colours, the cushion actually wouldn't go in any of the rooms of our house or the holiday home. So I might choose some other fat quarters to do this with. and obviously keep these because I love them, but I don't think, or I might just make it up and could always give it as a gift, but I really, really like that. It's making me do quilting more and more, isn't it, this this subscription box? But no, I really, really love that. I've never, as I said, that's about my 10th, and I've loved every single box. So that will be probably going forward in the next couple of weeks. I'll have a go at that. But what else am I going to be up to? I'm having a bit of a spring panic, actually. Never mind spring fever, it's spring panic, because I don't think that I've got many pairs of trousers for spring that fit me. I've done my winter wearing jeans. I need my spring trousers, and I got a feeling as the years roll on, the weight rolls on, and I'm not sure I can get into a lot of my trousers from last year. So I'm having a spring panic, whereas I need to start making some trousers for going forward. Now, obviously I made a pair a couple of weeks ago, which was really good, but I need to try and make some more. Other thing is, a few months ago now, I bought this from Beyond the Pink Door. It's some quilted fabric. Now, I made a jacket, sleeveless jacket, which I can't remember the name of, and then I also picked up this fabric to make a kind of spring version. Now, I happened to be watching something the other day, what the spring trends for, and they are for quilted jackets. So I don't know whether to actually turn this into a jacket rather than another sleeveless jacket. It's really lightweight. It's pink on the inside as well. So you could just have it, just kind of a jacket, or even a sort of cardigan jacket. So I'm going to have a look. This hasn't been washed yet. It's been in a pile to be washed. I've got 1.5 meters of it. So I've got lots. So I'm going to get that. Hopefully I'm going to get that sewn up in the next couple of weeks. I nearly forgot to tell you what I'm wearing this week. It's probably more or less a copy as I wore a couple of weeks ago. It's the long sleeve t-shirt I made, New Look 6246, a few weeks ago. This is the one where I dropped the armhole, and oh, it's so much better. And another one of my Kwik Sew cardigans, 3683, awful on the packet, lovely in reality. And wow, I made this a good couple of years ago. It's the strangest Ponte fabric, but just goes so well, doesn't it? So yeah, those are the two things that I'm wearing this week. Yeah, my voice keeps giving up. So do you know what? I've had to go and get some milk to try and coat it to stop me from coughing. So next week, and I'm really sorry I've kept you waiting so long, but I've got the Fabric Wheel of Fate results. This was the needle cord. I'm really happy. I've made not one but 2 things, so I will put that video in next week. Of course, this is the hashtag Fabric Wheel of Fate, and there are some wonderful videos popping up now. And also, if you go onto Instagram for hashtag Fabric Wheel of Fate, you'll see some results on there as well from people that don't have YouTube channels. It's been fabulous. So I will put a list down below of all the channels I know that are doing it, because there's been a few videos out this week. So that's what I'm going to be sewing next week, the video coming out next week. Now I'll talk about the weekend away. So we all went to Disneyland Paris. That's my son and his family, and my daughter and her family. We had a marvellous time. Yeah, we were, you know, we've got the bugs, and you can never go away as a big family without germs invading your time there. But we all got through. We had great fun. We had horrible days and we had beautiful days. The hats were worn. So these were the hats. So I got some beanie hats and I put the applique Mickey Mouse, and you'll see it in the photos, but we all wore the hats. So of course I will put some photos in at the end. I haven't got a big photo of us all in them because I'm not allowed to show pictures of my granddaughter on the channel, which I fully understand. So obviously I'll just put some photos in at the end of the rest of us. So we had a great time, but that's it. It's done. All the birthday celebrations are done, and we can go back to normal, start my spring sewing, etc. This weekend we finally get to open up the holiday home. Now, it probably doesn't seem long ago to you that we shut it up for the winter, but funnily enough, it's open again. We're back into March this weekend. Yay! Spring officially here. And I'll tell you why spring is officially here, because the daffodils are out in our front garden, and that's always a really good sign. So yeah, we're going down to the holiday home, so expect more coastal pictures from me. I make no apology for my love of that coastline. It's going to be sunny as well. It's going to be very cold, but it's going to be sunny, so that'd be brilliant. And then we can open it up, put all the curtains back up, and hopefully have a nice little time down there. So that is it. That's about all my voice can cope with for this week. I know I've talked fast and I've rattled through because I just had to get it done today. Now I can go away, I can blow my nose, have a cup of tea, and relax for the weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate all of you that have subscribed recently. I'm heading up to the, well, I'm a couple of hundred off, but in my mind I'm heading up to the 7,000 mark, which is awesome. So quite excited about that. But thank you so much for tuning in. And I know there's so many sewing YouTube videos out there, but we're all different. We all make different things, and that is the beauty of our hobby, isn't it? Have a wonderful weekend and weekend ahead, and I hope you manage to do loads of sewing, because I don't think I will be. See you again. Bye for now.